r/Askreddit by Reddit and chill. You are God for 24 hours. What would be the first thing you would do? Give people moment of clarity when they need help. Edit. Why does everyone think this has something to do with orgasms? Did I spell it wrong or something? English isn't my first language. No, you got it right. People on Reddit are just weird. I would include a tutorial before everyone is born. How about new game plus after death? Make myself God for infinite time. Wish for 3 more wishes. Done. Everyone gets their own personal wasp as a friend. Wasp can whisper words of encouragement and sting their enemies. Fix mental health. Some people deserve a normal life. I know a few with problems so bad they have a double personality. They just act different so suddenly it's like it's not them. It comes out of nowhere and they regret everything they did later. I would fix them chemicals and make adjustments because, well, I'm God. Well, that's a tricky one, though. You try to fix mental health and all of a sudden you realize you made Earth into a Pleasantville filled with Stepford wives. I'll get rid of Brussels sprouts, my 12-year-old brother, as we sit in the airport waiting for our plane to arrive. Duck your brother. Brussels sprouts are awesome. Edited to redirect my outrage toward the correct person. Add a character customization menu. Cat generals would be a reality, holy shit. Build multiple space tethers as well as concentric ring stations above the earth. Eliminate all pollutants and heavy metals from the atmosphere and human food chain. Create breathable atmospheres and magnetospheres around all rocky planets, satellites, and planetoids in the solar system. Create a star map of all star systems within a few thousand light years, including the compositions of all orbiting bodies within those systems. Rank them based on potential human habitation. I could continue to go extra with Dyson spheres or swarms, but I think this would be enough to give humanity something to do for at least a few 100,000 years. Edit. Okay. I feel I need to explain my reasoning a little. First of all, I am not an absolute moral authority, so I cannot pass any kind of judgment on people. I am not going to smite anyone or create a hell or anything like that. Those would take upkeep and constant decisions, and these powers are only active for 24 hours. What if I make a moral command that ends up being either wrong or obsolete in a few years? Do I damn people to whatever hell I make based on my moral compass right now? The star map is for a very long-term goal. Even if FTL isn't possible, our current understanding of technology shows we are more than capable of building generation ships if we need to. Give humans problems to solve. Let them think for themselves. Show them there is a home on the horizon, and they will get there. While you're at it, reduce the CO2 in the atmosphere and oceans to pre-industrial revolution amounts and post the formula for FTL travel to Stack Exchange or somewhere similar. Oh, simple things have greatest impact. Plus 10 to sense motive. Plus 10 to empathy. Oh. And bring back the dodo. Because who doesn't love a giant chicken? KFC equals KFD. From Kentucky Fried Chicken to Kentucky Fried Dodo. Put everybody's lost objects in the very obscure well I've looked everywhere else. Might as well check his spot. Atlantis was behind the couch all along. Let the smiting begin. I can't think of a worse situation than me being omnipotent. For every turtle and orangutan that erupted into flames there would also be a Jared Leto and other people who just piss me off. I can't think of a worse situation than me being omnipotent. Huh. Same here. I'd probably end up giving myself a whole bunch of superpowers. Super speed, strength, teleportation, immortality, flight, magic. I'd be like Goku combined with Doctor Strange. And in our world where everyone is only a basic human, I'd be ruler of the universe in no time. Stop the time to ducking rest. You're God. You wouldn't need to rest. I would create a button that turned whoever presses it into God. Hide it somewhere that only I know where. And press it when my 24 hours is up. Or just wish for infinite godhood. Go back in time. Hang out with dinosaurs all day. Then bring back some before the next presidential election. Well, Given the history of religion and all, I think it would be nice if a deity would actually show up for once. Let people know you're not just some imaginary friend. According to one of the largest religions in the world, he did that once and the people killed him for it. Remove periods, make them painless, change the female body in such a way that they don't have to suffer from monthly torture. I've always thought that was a major design flaw. Heal poor sick people. They need it, and I'd hate to see more people die senseless preventable deaths. If you're God, literally all deaths are preventable deaths. Make my remaining life stop being a joke. Fix the goddamn bus systems in every city. Make sure the mother of my best friend is brought back to life. She died 6 months ago and she was the nicest person I knew. You'll get voted off the board for doing that. Death will file a complaint too. You don't want the smoke. Adjust how memory works so that every human can remember everything every other human has ever seen, experienced. Applied retroactively to every human over the age of 20. Everyone on the planet over the age of 20 would have PTSD. Revert everything back to unicellular life. Things were simpler then. Simpler but divisive. Make a giant 69 and place it somewhere. Put that shit on Mars. Cry. Whoa. Gods cry too. With the unexpected surge of power, I inadvertently change the world's course to be closer to the sun. It's all so sudden that I don't know where it's supposed to be, so I adjust the climate to compensate. Creating volcanoes that constantly spew ash to cover the sky to keep the surface from overheating, then I adjust the plants and animals people to survive in harsher conditions. I then relocate the people and create a caste system and set myself up to be the Lord Ruler and immortal. You forgot the metals. Change the 24 hours limit so that it resets every 24 hours. So then you can be God forever. Start over, and this time make hamsters the dominate species. Make everyone incredibly intelligent. Teach a man to fish per se. According to one of the stories, gaining intelligence is what got humanity in trouble to begin with. All poops now wipe clean every time. Your God is a merciful God. Apparently nothing. God doesn't do anything right now. And he's omnipotent and omniscient. Once I'm God, I would know why he's not doing anything. And thus I would refrain from action as well. Probably. When you do things right, no one is sure you've done anything at all. I'd see if the hot MILFs in my area are FR. Finally listen to all wishes. Cries for help and injustice happening with people. Sort them out by priority and good people. And fulfill all of them. You have 24H, my guy. Read the manual. Which god? Whichever one you want. 4. Vishnu. Allah. Thanos. You name it, mate. Delete this mess I've created. When was my last manual save? Dinosaurs? Jesus, might as well start over. Make everyone have empathy. Call vets, doctors. Extend my 24 hours to forever. I would remove a pool ladder while some unsuspecting person is swimming. I would bring back Nikola Tesla and give him unlimited supply for everything. I would give basic knowledge to everyone so they will not believe in stupid shit. I am God. My first 24 hours on the job I made light. It was kind of a big deal at the time. I would get rid of heaven and put a reincarnation system in place for the people deserve heaven. But have their memory erased while their soul remembers. Yes, I would create Isekai worlds for the anime lovers. Then I would limit hell to 1000 to 10,000 years. Depending on whether or not if the sinner is truly regretful for what they did. Because honestly guys, imagine being tormented forever. I know a person really deserves it. But honestly it's hard for me to wish an infinite life of torment. I would have all religions to be true, except the ones that wish harm onto others. And the person who practices said religion will go through the process of that religion after they die. I can't get rid of cancer and diseases or other things that ruin the world we live in. Because humans are meant to solve the problems bestowed upon them and evolve. I would destroy destiny because a person should be in charge of their own future. When a person's soul have lived for a long time, I would give them the option for heaven and anytime they can go back to the reincarnation cycle. Then I would limit hell to 1000 to 10,000 years. Depending on whether or not if the sinner is truly regretful for what they did. Because honestly guys, imagine being tormented forever. I know a person really deserves it. But honestly it's hard for me to wish an infinite life of torment. 10,000 years of torture doesn't make a well-adjusted individual. Regretful or not, they are coming out broken. Either you are out for revenge or out for rehabilitating. Choose one. I will yeet Jesus out of heaven to make more miracles. Get back down there, you lazy duck. People are suffering. Oh, I'm God now, am I? Right, well, I'm God forever now. That's what I've decided. Let's see. Then. Know everything, I'll know everything first. That'll be handy. I'll know it all right. Now. Oh. No. Too much. Don't know everything. This is a lot. No less. No less. Right, listen. No one's listening. I'm God. I'm on my own now. Oh, unless everyone is listening. Everyone? Yes. Oh good, you're there. This is God. I'm God now. I'm not the old one. I don't care for large boats and I never wanted kids. I was reading Reddit a minute ago and now I'm God. I'm God now. Oh, I'm sorry, this was an accident. Let me figure out how to put it back. Can't you just put it back to how it was by deciding? Yep. Yes, I can, well reminded. Thank you. Bye. Give all humans the deep connection with nature living systems that we have forgotten. Double this for all politicians and corporate executives. That should fix most of our suffering. Get rid of all heavy diseases and disabilities forever. I cannot even think of a just world when there are people who are suffering for the rest of their lives for nothing. Makes me think of death as a reward. It should not be like that. Abdicate. I'd make stats available to everyone. Everyone would have a book somewhere and it would magically have all of their life stats written in it. And when someone dies, their book persists. The library with the books would have all the space needed to contain them. Everyone is aware that their book exists. None of the books have the name of the person on it. Make it so that now on, your religion or lack thereof doesn't determine whether you go to heaven. All that matters is who you were as a person. And the only determination of who you were as a person is how you want to influence the world. Do you want to virtually enslave thousands of workers so that you can live in a mansion? Or do you want to actually help other people in some form? This would, hopefully, stop so many of the petty disputes between different religions and get people to start being more compassionate. Create a really hot burrito. Ducking like and subscribe.